What does Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women's Day mean to you?
Support and acknowledge the missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls.
It means to bring awareness to the current genocide that is facing our people in modern days, in hopes that we find ways to end it.
Yeah, May 5th, the Day for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women, is important to recognize the ongoing violence for Indigenous women that's happening every day, and how we can be more aware of the systems at play that are perpetuating violence, as well as, being aware as individuals how we can protect our young women and girls.
To me, it's a day of acknowledging the the struggles that First Nations people have lived with for many, many years. And that it's amazing that it's finally being acknowledged, not just by our people, but by most of Canada.
It's sad to think that as we walk on this Mother Earth, as we walk through our own individual journeys, that we could lose someone important. Somebody's mother, somebody's sister, somebody's auntie, friend, cousin. They need to be acknowledged. And they need to be recognized. Their spirits need to be recognized, because it may have been in a violent way that they were taken.
Missing and murdered Indigenous women is an issue affecting Indigenous people in Canada and the United States, including the First Nations, Inuit, Métis, and Native American communities. It has been described as a national crisis. What impact has the Mmiw movement had on you and your family?
For me, it's just more awareness and learning of research a few things and to understand better for me.
Unfortunately, it's brought in frustration and anger, but we are able to turn it into something positive in hopes of making the world better.
Has been a positive one in the way that it's brought the crisis to our knowledge, and that we can understand what a lot of our community people are going through.
I guess it's made us more aware, and for us to be more cautious. To think about the safety of our families, our girls. Be more careful when you're out and about, so that you're able to come home.
Individually, as a school teacher, seeing the potential for my students and that their safety is at risk, right? In terms of being in an urban city center, so we know that from Windsor to London, there's a big human trafficking issue, and so to know that London's at the center of it, and a lot of our teenage girls that I work with are vulnerable to that and could be potentially targets of this. It's one thing that weighs heavily on your conscience, and how what we can be doing to ensure that there's more safety for all of our community members, but especially our young girls that are growing up and navigating this early adulthood.
So the impact that it's had on me when I was raising my children, my first family I had boys, and it's like, you know what? When you finally get that partner, walk with them, walk beside them. I feel that this movement is good in regards to information for us as First Nations people, because we're always constantly, it always seems like we're fighting. We're fighting for our rights. We're fighting for our community. We're fighting for our children. We're fighting for our women, and we're fighting for our men. We're fighting for our seniors and our elders.
We reflects on the treatment that they've inflicted on First Nations people, which was cultural genocide. In living under that kind of knowledge is very hard for our people.
What tips do you have for our people to stay safe?
We were just talking about this earlier, me and Cassie, and we said we have to be more aware of our surroundings, I guess. Don't go any place by yourself, and if you have to go someplace by yourself, just to make sure that somebody else knows where you're going, what time you're supposed to be home. And Cassidy just mentioned that you shouldn't go out at dark by yourself, because somebody could be hiding somewhere and grab you and take you. So you just have to always be aware of your surroundings. I guess that's the main thing.
Self-defense and having somebody with you.
You know, learn to be strong, learn to fight, love and respect our people, within our people, to build a stronger community. Yeah.
Trust yourself. Trust your instincts. Listen to that inside voice, because sometimes that inside voice is our grandmothers and our ancestors telling us different things of how to be safe. Research where you're going to go. Have those emergency numbers to call out to.
Have a buddy with you when you go somewhere at night.
So to stay safe, we should make sure that, I think about when I'm parking, like trying to park by lighted areas so that there's, so people can see what's going on.
Encourage them to try stay in contact more often. That way you know where they are. And if they're gone too long, you can get that out there and hopefully find them right away, know where they are.
Indigenous women are 12 times more likely to be murdered or go missing than any other women in Canada.
You have a voice, and it's a beautiful, strong voice, and how you need to protect yourself by having that strength and that confidence from within, and trust yourself to do what needs to be done. And reach out. Don't ever be afraid to reach out. Reach out to your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa. Reach out to a teacher. In the community here, there are so many supports. There's so many people here that have good intentions and that are here to help and support you.
I think the most important thing that our people have to remember is that we matter. And if we can believe that, then we will give out a positive, strong vibe, which will protect us, each and every one of us. So we have to value ourselves and our children, our women, our men, in family, because that's where we are strong. If we can love ourselves and know our own self-worth, that's the most important thing. Nobody else can take that away from us, and nobody else can give it to us. We have to claim it and own it. Thank you.
She always wondered why she was picked to be alone, left in a ditch. She was cared about and now she truly missed. Her family's out looking and never call it quits. I wear this red dress in honor of her. Have you seen my sister, my daughter, or my mother? I hope she knows that we love her and we won't give up until she's been recovered. She's been sold a dream, but now she's incomplete. She was led to cry and pray for you to find the path that'll finally bring you home. From the highway of tears, you were never alone. The lack of justice is a healing journey. Just remember that no matter what, you are always worthy. I don't trust nobody. You are a stranger. She wonders why. I don't trust nobody.